Okay, so when we are writing the equation of the line, we always want to focus on slope-intercept form because we can take out the key information from the graph and we can pop it into slope-intercept form, and then we have our equation of the line. So slope-intercept form of our line is y is equal to mx plus b. M is representing our slope. B is going to represent the y coordinate of the y-intercept. So this is the y coordinate of the y-intercept. Okay, so when I go to start the problem, I would initially start by looking at my graph and looking for my y-intercept. The y-intercept is always going to be the point that is crossing the y-axis. So I will do this in green. So we go to our y-axis, we see that it's crossing here. So this ordered pair here would be our y-intercept. And if we pull out the ordered pair, we can see that it is the ordered pair 0, 1. Since 0, 1 is our y-intercept, that means that our b value is 1. So in our equation, we know that this b value here is going to be equal to 1. Okay, so that's the first piece of information we need to find. The second piece of information is our slope. So I'll pick out a different color. I'll do this one in pink. Okay, so when we are looking at our slope, there are multiple different ways to find slope. When you are looking at it graphically, you should be looking for the rise over the run. So we are finding our slope, and we are looking for rise over run. The rise is going to be the change in y values. The run is the change in x values. So when I go to look at this graph, you will have two ordered pairs that are highlighted on your graph. So we have one here, and we have one here. Alex selects those ordered pairs because Alex is saying those ordered pairs have nice whole numbers, which is what we want. Those are sitting exactly on that cross. So we want that to be able to do this kind of calculation because we can't have decimals and we can't try to approximate anything. We need to be exact when we do this. Okay, so from the leftmost point, I always start with the leftmost point. I am going to stair step my way up to the point on the right. So starting with this point here, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going up 6. And then I have to go over to the right 3. When we're doing rise over run, up means positive, down is negative. So if I went down 6 instead of up 6, I would write it as a negative 6. And then with the x values, right is positive, left is negative. So if you move to the right, you would write it as a positive value. If you move to the left, you would write it as a negative value. It'll all depend on the tilt of your line. Okay, so for us to get from this first point, we're going to go up 6. So our rise will be a positive 6. And then we're going to right 3. So then our run would be 3. So to put it in my equation, I would have that rise of positive 6 over that run of 3. And then I'd simplify it. 6 divided by 2 gives us a nice whole number. Or sorry, 6 divided by 3 gives us a nice whole number 2. Okay, so I have found my b value. I have found my slope, which is my m value. Those are my two key pieces of information. Now I can put it all together into that equation. So our final answer, I will do in black. Our final answer, I start with the y equals. I'm following my y equals mx plus b. I start with the y equals. For the m, I put my slope, which is 2. Keep the x. And then for the b value, I put my y-intercept, which is 1. So then my final answer here would be y is equal to 2x plus 1. And this is how you write the equation of a line that is graphed.